In this short video, I'm going to be doing a 360-degree review of my previous chart of the week stock listed in stock exchange in Australia by code name TLS Telstra. It's one of the leadership position in 5G. We're going to go through a complete details about recent changes has happened and the recent announcement the company has made about their projects and their focus areas for FY22. And also we're going to go and do the price action analysis and where we see where stock is at the moment. I've received a lot of questions that and from the fellow investors that the stock has not moved ever since I have posted. And also I'm going to do some deep dive into some of the competitions which are also and look into those competitions and where they are and from the price action point of view. It's going to be a very interesting video, and at the end I'm going to share some of the key levels I'm tracking, because for every investment you have to look at it as line of control. I say is the stop losses when you think you should exit and let the business discover, right? We want to make sure we are in the right stock and the growth stocks. Stay till the end because I'm going to cover some of the key levels which I am closely tracking in this company for my investment. Please keep in mind this is not for short-term trading. It is for kind of investment or medium to long-term trading opportunity. For me, I kind of mix both trading and investing because I follow a process, and as the process, if it comes within my process, I'll continue hold my position and hold on till the stock doesn't give me an exit criteria based on my own setup. So it's kind of, I call it trade or invest. So at the moment it is from my trading portfolio, and as and when company evolves, we'll see whether it fits in for long-term portfolio or not. So let's go straight into it. But before you proceed, please do watch my previous video. I will leave the link so that you can get the complete picture, because I'm only covering the delta of what has happened from last 1 month. Before we progress, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified by the latest videos as and when I'm releasing. And also please do like the video so that it gets help in terms of the Google algorithm as well. Thank you. Recent release which has happened on the stock exchange, I've just opened that. Some of the priorities for FY22 is they have completed the migration of the digitization, which is basically a completely new tech stack for the customers. That's great. They have done the complete restructuring of the group, which I've shared in my previous video. So that's done. So that's done and dusted. Now the company is set for the growth path. They are in complete dominance in Australia for 5G leadership, which is a great thing because the future is all about 5G because of the new tech. All 5G is a very important piece, and I see this is a area of growth for this company. From enterprise, this is a new vertical, or the existing vertical they're kind of revamping because they see a growth in this particular vertical, given that now most of the companies are going in digitalization post-COVID. So enterprise is another area post-COVID. This is area which is kind of in limelight because most of the organizations are in looking at to up their digital stack so that they can have the continuity, and this is area where they're going to get some kind of traction as well. They are focusing on the new tech services as well and investing in some of the companies, and we're going to talk about it briefly in my video later on. So let's reserve that. Cost reduction, they have done a lot of significant cost reduction by streamlining their workflows force, and also have looked at it from reduction in stores and so on and so forth. So that is great. So that's kind of their finished priorities. Now let's look at it. What is their strategy to deliver growth? Let's look at it. What is their growth strategy they're looking at it? Very important. You should focus on this because company has put enough time and effort to come up with this concise statement and put it on the stock market, and we should understand what companies should be doing going forward and try and decipher that as and when they're releasing some of the information in stock market, and that will help us to understand some of the thought process of the management of the company. So let me read it line by line here. Convenient, personalized, digitally enabled experience, grow in revenue, EBITDA, EPS, and seek to grow dividend. As I mentioned to you last time, they reduced the dividend. Now they're looking to grow dividend because a lot of dividend investors are looking up to this company. Profitable growth and scale in health and energy, which is kind of a focus area as well. world-class returns from infrastructure, network leadership with 95% 5G coverage, leading network and technology solutions for our customer, further 5 million cost output for operational excellence, responsible business leadership, including emission reduction, the place you want to work with. This statement has a lot of hidden meaning to it. One has to focus on it. A, they're looking to grow their revenue. They are they're looking to grow the dividend, so it's always focused on, because the company is giving dividend, which means they're gonna be having always traction with the investors. Also, they're looking at grow the revenue with the new age technology. As you can see picture here, they are looking at drones and so on and so forth. So that's where their focus is. So everything has a meaning. So do not ignore this. And given the 5G is the focus and they are in leadership position. Okay, so let me go through some of the other details of that. So let's look at it, what has happened. August 22, when I kind of posted this video, this was this month. So let me go, and this is a monthly chart. So let me go into the weekly chart so that we know exactly when I posted it. So I kind of posted my chart of the week is month of August 22, which was this month, where since then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see here, stock has gone nowhere, and which is, I think, is fine as long as the stock is maintaining what I said it at that time. The stock is kind of going into a zone where initially when I recommended the stock when it was making the up move, which was in Jan 27. And since then, the stock has given a great rally, and now it's finding a resistance in this, which was already predicted earlier on in Jan 27. So there's nothing new here. All I'm waiting for it, that as long as it is finding resistance, spending time, that means it's good, and we should see a breakout coming days. If not, we should maintain some level of line of control, which I've shared earlier also. For me, the important levels to mark is that I'm kind of looking at for this moment is 3.7 as my key levels, and wait for this breakout, decisive breakout with the volume. So let's check this some volume profile here, and what's the story going on. As you can see here, let me make the chart big. As you can see here, the volumes on the rise are, when the stock price is moving up, there's a decent volume, and when the stock price goes down, the volume, the red bar is low. So I see there's an accumulation going on at the moment. I can see there's a lot more greens versus red. So I think there's some traction building up here, so it's a good time to acclimate with this particular stop loss. Again, I'm not giving any kind of recommendation, I'm just sharing my view here. So at this moment, this stock is never going to give you a swift return. You have to have very big patience on this. When I released this, when I shared my view on this particular stock, that time also I went in with the view to hold on for long term with this particular 2.99 as a stop loss. And given that it was having a double bottom here, so it was giving me a lot of comfort, and plus also it was kind of a less risky trade for me, given that it was giving a good dividend yield at that moment of time. Since then it has gone up decently. Now I'm kind of looking at it for decisive breakout. Now let's look at it. Another competitor at this point is TPG, is another one which is has also shown some traction, but you can see here this is a weekly chart. So they have not given a decent return as compared to Telstra. So obviously this bit of an underperformance against Telstra. And this was the video when I released, that was August 22. So just go and watch that if you haven't, then you get a clear picture about what I mentioned. So there's some news in the market where Telstra has partnered with cyber detection and response. Again, this is important from their given that we are adopting digital, and their cyber security is a key thing, and they kind of partnering with the company to shows their growth mindset. And then let's look at it. Another news: Telstra back electric flying cars startup to test their 5G power rest. So this is also great news where they're kind of investing into new age technology. I don't know whether you know this Vita Group. has been associated with Telstra for 26 years, and it's one of the company which owns all their stores, retail stores in Australia. And recently, as part of the restructuring, Telstra have basically broken ties with Vita Group and bought back all their retail stores so that they can manage the customer experience. And this is a very important piece in my opinion. Why? Because there has been a lot of, in fact, I'm the user for Telstra when I came in Australia, and I find it the customer services were absolutely in shambles. And this is one thing they have taken a decision to take back from Vita Group because they were more sales oriented but not customer experience oriented. And they have recently, sealed the deal of paying $110 million to that company and broken their ties and taken over all their stores. And now they're going to manage a customer experience, which is one of the outcomes. So Telstra has 67 stores it owned, operated directly, another brand 166 branded stores run by independent licenses, and further 104 stores run by Vita Group. So that's where the important piece is, and with this you can see where the direction they're moving towards. So quickly, I want to end this video with the key levels to mark on Telstra. All right, I do understand, and this is going to be it's going to test your patience to the core, but I'm kind of holding on to this stock, or maybe add more as we go along. But I'm looking for decisive breakout with big volume above this, though it did give a breakout when I posted the video by 1 cent. But obviously there has been a big downfall in the stock, and you will have sellers at every level who have been holding on to this position. So given that it gives me comfort, there are two bottoms which has formed, and now there is the movement up, but this is a level it has been, kind of holding on to it. Once this level is breached convincingly, then you're looking at the first levels being at $5, and then the another level being $6. But then again, we just have to look at it and review this every week, and that's the process we follow in Peaceful Weekend Investing. And we just want to make sure we have a proper stop losses, and which we call a line of control, and just hold on to a position and let the market participants decide what is the right value. I don't know the future of this stock. I don't know the future prices. All I know is the process. We follow the process and continue on holding on to the position. I hope you like this video. Do check out my previous videos that will help you solidify your understanding in investing. Till then, this is Shivendra Bhatia here signing off. Thank you.